Oh, yeah. Damn. Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn. You know, I'm really torn on what to believe and how to feel about this trilogy because on one hand, I grew up playing the GTA trilogy 20 years ago, and I was basically raised on it, and I love GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, but specifically Vice City. Like, that game's my heart. You guys know that if you've seen my video I made with Badger Goodger about it. I made like a 12-minute video talking about how it's pretty much hard for me not to be biased when talking about Vice City because I love it so much. But then you give me something like this, and a little bit of bias that I had for it and that those rose-tinted glasses that I talked about disappear entirely because this does not look like Vice City. I mean, the first thing I want to point out is just Tommy. Like, why is Tommy so thick in this new version of the game? I've gotten so many tweets on Twitter tagging me saying, hey, look, Gypsy, they added you to Vice City. You're in the new trailer for the game, dude. And the joke here is, if you didn't get it already, not that I look like Tommy, but I'm fat, Tommy fat, therefore Gypsy for City. That's the entire joke. It's so stupid, it kind of actually becomes funny. But like I said before, like, I thought I was biased towards this game and I could never hate on it or say anything negative about it because I love it. But apparently I was wrong, and apparently I could be objective because this objectively looks bad. Like, this looks like a shitty mod someone will make in Unity or something. Like, I've seen people on Twitter comparing this to Fortnite, Roblox, The Sims, and it's funny because when you guys did the same thing for Saints Row's reboot, that was all good. That was fine. Everything's good in the hood. We can make fun of Saints Row all we want. But as soon as GTA gets the same kind of treatment, all the fanboys start coming in, getting mad, and defending Rockstar on their behalf like it's their friend and not a company out there to make money. I've even had tweets of people like calling me names and stuff and calling me an asshole because I'm making fun of and making memes about how crazy the characters look in this game. And the sad part is most of these enhancements and the new shit that they added to the trilogy is literally stuff that's been available for years with mods. In fact, that's why Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar have been issuing lawsuits and takedowns for all these mods for the last year because they realized that people, instead of buying the game on PC, can just mod the version they already have, and it'll probably be better than what Rockstar can make. Reading straight from the website, updated player experience. Here's what's new in the trilogy. GTA 5 style controller layout. Mods could have fixed that. Improved gunplay and targeting controls. We have a mod for that. Updated weapon and radio station selection wheels. We have a mod for that too. Updated minimap to enhance navigation allowing players to set waypoints and destinations. We already have a mod for that. The ability to immediately restart a failed mission. That's not a new mechanic. You guys are literally going to copy that from the mobile ports you guys made 10 years ago and put it in this one and call it new. It's not new. Higher resolution textures from characters, weapons, vehicles, roads, and much more greater detail. Again, we already have mods that do that. Literally everything that they're boasting about on the website, all the selling points and enhancements for the trilogy were already available with mods. So conveniently, Take-Two, before this came out, went and sent out cease and desist letters and in some cases lawsuits to take down all of these mods and then also remove the original versions of the trilogy from all storefronts. So now the only option you have is to buy their new definitive edition. Like, I don't know what you guys were expecting. Like, the bar that I had set for this was really low, but honestly, as low as it was, I'm still a little bit disappointed despite not playing the game yet. Because the characters is what really disappointed me the most. The characters, they look like toys. Like, when I woke up this morning, I didn't even get to see the trailer. I didn't know the trailer was out yet. I got a tweet, someone calling me Fat Tommy or whatever. When I looked at the screenshot, I thought it was just a picture of like a Tommy Vercetti action figure that a fan made or something. I didn't know that was an actual in-game screenshot released by Rockstar for the game. I had no idea. These don't look and match Rockstar's style at all. The best way I could show you this is look at this picture of Claude that Rockstar put on the newswire, okay? Now I want you to pay attention. Look at his hair, the 3 little points he's got in the front, and the way it reflects off his hair, the lighting makes it look like plastic hair. Look at this jawline on his chin. See the jawline on the left side of his face, how the light's bouncing off of that? It doesn't look like he's sweaty or something or greasy, which is probably what they were going for. It looks like light is shining off of a plastic toy. That's literally what it looks like. It literally looks like the same toy they put out a decade ago for the 10th anniversary of GTA 3. These characters just, they don't look right. And then look at other characters like Sweet, Kendall, Avery, Misty. All their faces just look warped and weird. Avery looks like a Burger King, the Burger King Sneak King guy. And if you look at the trailer, when they're panning from the original San Andreas to the remastered one, look at Sweet's face when that pan happens. And it goes from old to new. Look what they did to my boy. Look what they did to Tommy.
Why is Tommy so thick? Can I know that? Here's a photo of Tommy in 2021 in the remaster, and here's a photo from the original release back in, what was it, 2002? And look at this. I mean, look at his jawline. Look at his cheekbones, his face, his torso. I mean, his arms are always kind of fat. Tommy's arms always look like turkey legs to me personally. But besides that, he was a pretty slender dude. And look, in this version, Tommy looks like he's got a suntan. And it's funny because there's even a line in the game where Tommy says, I don't got no suntan. And I guarantee you, they're still gonna leave that line in the game, despite Tommy having a suntan now. Like, this doesn't look like Tommy Vercetti. This looks like a fan-made recreation. I've seen better looking fan-made mods of Tommy, Claude Speed, and CJ. I mean, you tell me, does that really look like Tommy Vercetti sitting there in the suit in front of the hotel? Does that look like Tommy Vercetti to you? Because it doesn't look like the Tommy Vercetti I remember. Look at this photo of him on a Sanchez. Look at the bike itself. It looks like something that was ripped out of, I don't know, Gary's mod or something. Like you modded this into Gary's mod or something. It looks so weird and out of place. It does not match the game and the original vision at all. That bike looks like it's made out of plastic. And I mean like a toy, like a model toy. Not hard plastic that's used in the automotive industry in real life. It just looks fake. And another thing. I don't know if you guys remember, but GTA 3 always had a sort of like a dark and gloomy look to it, the same way GTA 4 did, where it was a lot of browns and grays in the color palette, and the city was always covered in like fog, and the city sort of just had this feel of like depression around it. Liberty City always had this feel of like depression around it, at least for me anyways, and the city's attitude always matched that of the story, like telling a dark story basically that's kind of depressing, like in GTA 4. And in GTA 3, the city kind of looked the same way. Like I said, a lot of fog, and the city just wasn't vibrant like Miami was, or like Vice City was in Vice City. And you literally see in the cutscene with Salvatore when it pans, when you go from the original to the new one, it doesn't fit the game's tone or story at all, which is crazy because, you know, a lot of people say that the city itself is a protagonist in GTA games, not the characters, but the city doesn't match the story or even the original outlook and design of the game at all. And I have a feeling the only reason why it doesn't is because people like Leslie Benzies and the co-creator of Rockstar, and people like Laszlo that did all the radio stations for the games and added a lot of comedy to it. Like all these key guys that worked on pretty much every GTA up until after 5 are gone now. I know you have new management running things, and like this just doesn't look like it matches the original vision that the game had 20 years ago when it was originally created. It just doesn't. All the characters look plasticky and fake and like toys. Tommy is overweight and put on 40 pounds for some reason. All the other characters' faces just look terrible and don't match at all and look really bad, like especially Sweet and Avery for some reason. And Misty, oh, don't even get me started on Misty. Like I said before, I have seen fan-made mods that look better than this. In fact, a lot of those fan-made mods that look better than this have been removed and taken down and sued by Rockstar out of existence. So that way they can put out this version and make money. The only difference between the mods and Rockstar's version is that the mods couldn't make a fuck ton of money because they were free. That is the only difference. The only thing Rockstar was better at than the modders 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago, is making a fuck ton of money with not a lot of effort. It's the same game that you know for the last 20 years with a fresh coat of paint and a couple new additions that mods already had, like a radio style wheel like in 5, and a weapon wheel like in GTA 5. And you press right trigger for the gas instead of the X button on console. And they're touting this. One thing that gets me a little mad about this is they're touting this radio wheel as like a new addition. Like everyone's been asking, oh God, the old way of just flipping station by station like you would in the 80s and 90s is so terrible. I'm so glad Rockstar added a radio wheel like GTA 5 has. But I guarantee you, half the songs, especially from Vice City, are going to be missing from the soundtrack because Rockstar doesn't renew the licenses for the music anymore. I guarantee you, you're not going to have Billie Jean, and all the songs that are previously removed from Vice City are going to stay removed and probably more. But yet they're touting a radio wheel. Oh, well, thank God we have a radio wheel. Look, I'm not saying this game is terrible. I'm reserving my judgment until I actually get my hands on it and play it. But first impressions from these screenshots and this trailer and everything they're touting to be major enhancements, I'm disappointed. The bar was set low, and I'm still disappointed. Like I said before, it just looks like a fan-made render in 3D Blender or a mod or something. It doesn't look like something that would come from Rockstar Games themselves. And the fact that they would do something like that with something as sacred as the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy, and that's something that no one really cares about like GTA Online, that isn't sacred at all, it just angers me because this game the trilogy, like, I feel like this is going to be a stain on the history of those games. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be a disappointment. And now you have no way to buy the old ones if you don't already own them. You have to go back and buy CDs and play it on old hardware or pirate it. There's no way to just go on Steam and buy the original copy of Vice City if you don't like the new one. You have to pirate it, go find a CD box, which good luck on that, find a code that hasn't been used, or go buy a PS2 and buy a PS2 copy off eBay. I mean, that's it. On the bright side, at least we got a lot of A-tier memes out of this. I am loving all the memes I'm seeing on Twitter. Kind of getting tired of seeing the whole fat Tommy Vercetti is gypsy meme, like Gypsy Vercetti meme. It's a little overplayed. It's such a stupid juvenile joke. It's kind of funny. It's funny how stupid it is. I don't know. At first, I thought it was corny, but then the more I seen it, it grew on me and I started laughing at it. I don't know. It's like ironically funny because the idea of it is just so stupid. It's like spell I cup. You know what I mean? It's you guys are so fucking stupid.